Hello guys, I'm Member here and welcome to start Season 2 here in the Wolverhampton Wanderers career mode here. Season 2 is upon us guys. I'm currently scouting to find out who I want to buy. And I'm going to put up some transfer listed players first of all. And I found the players I'm definitely looking to sell on quickly. I'm not sure Evans, I'm going to give Evans a 1-year loan. See if we can grow him anymore. John Graham's too old now, I need to sell him on. Josh Flatt's another guy we're going to move on. I think we've got 2 new players coming in. Jed Wallace definitely is going to move on. I'm going to sell Bleasy, he's back in the club, I'm going to sell him. I've got Horse, Ebanks Landell. Horse I'm definitely going to remove from transfer list quickly. Ebanks Landell, I'm not going to keep him on. I'm going to keep him on until we get a player. But I'm going to keep these guys on transfer list just until now. And you see I'm scouting a lot of players here, trying to bring in a player here. I'm going to wait till I get more players coming up. Pre-season tournaments, definitely mate, we will take up pre-season tournaments. Take on the easier one. This one looks like our best shout, definitely. With new signings obviously in the team, we have pre-con rivals in John Nickleby Jansen, Al Dossey and John Flanagan. We also have a transfer offer here for Benica Phobe. We're going to put 40 million in there because the next guy I'll go for is... And I'm wondering why I have such a big budget. I don't, I have 15 million. So I have a bit of money now. The first guy I'm looking at here is keeper Adagan Zande. Now, I know for a fact, because I've done recordings before this and then just didn't save them, that he's one of the guys I'm going to try and sign. I think 11 million on a 2-year deal can clinch this man. And I think, you know, he'd be definitely one of the best goalkeepers to have at the club. He's very, very, you know, very athletic. He's very, very good at saving stuff. Sergio Rico was another guy I was looking at. Plus, he's got a contract expiring. I might inquire about Sergio Rico. Quite first team quality goalkeeper, right? This is where I need a box midfielder. Lars Andrew Christian's actually pretty decent. He's too much, you know. I'm going to search up a couple of players that look up good box-to-box midfielders. Denny Allen looks a very, very good one. Carl Eusebio was one of the guys I was looking at definitely to bring in. Very, very good box-to-box. Jimenez, another guy I'm looking at, but he will definitely be a lot. Well, and a lot of future fees going to be involved in this here, guys. 2 years, 12 million. Johnny Tarr, I'm going to quickly inquire about him as well. Jesus Varejo, I know you can get this guy for something like 8 million on a future fee or something like. Let's say he is a very, very safe option. I could spend 9 million on a future fee for Jesus Varejo. And he'd be one of the centre halves I'll probably start with. But really, to be honest with you, I want Jimenez or Johnny Tarr. You know, a big man in defence who's going to head away a lot of stuff. There, I was also looking at a big striker as well, a quick big striker. Like someone like David Suelke was one of the guys I was looking at. Angel Correja, there's David from... I think I'm just going to leave them for now and let them grow. Box to box, I've got an idea who I want to bring in. 3.3 million for Sergio Rico. That could be a great shout. 3.3 million for Sergio Rico. That could be a good shout. That could actually be a really good shout. 2.8 million. That is a very, very good shout to bring in Sergio Rico. But keep it Alexander is probably the one I want out of the and campaigns in him. 5 million for yourself. Selk is a lot. A Phobe. Now I said I would sell him for 14 million, and I would bring a Briel Emibolo in here because he's a perfect replacement, I think, for a Phobe. Good finisher, good pace, and then we're still waiting for a lot of updates from the different nations to try and give us more, different players that we could be lining up to get. We also have a loan by offer. Not looking at him as a little bit annoying, but Benica Phobe, double that, and you will get your man. Eintracht Frankfurt. Blackburn, Jesus, you want to put a lot of money in. He's a lot of money. See, I have a lot of offers for him, and I've asked for 14.5 million. I think that's a fantastic deal. Now, I've got a lot of 2 years loans I'm looking at. I need a good box-to-box midfielder. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, we're going to check his wages. I don't think I want to go for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. It would be too expensive, not up to standard that much. Martial, no way. I've got to get more players out in different nations now. Italy's a great way to get some players there. So we're only on France, so we're going to go to France. He's in Spain, he's in Italy and France, he's in Germany. I'm going to edit the striker one a wee bit now. I might just go up and see what players I can try and find in a box-to-box role. I don't want a first team quality one, but I want one who's strong. It's actually pretty quick as well. I'm going to check up, first of all, box-to-box midfielders. I need a good centre midfielder from the team. I'm going with Foothead now, seeing what I can find. I haven't really researched for this. I decided I'll go on Scout Report, but nothing's going good up from the Scout Report. And I've gone back on the Foothead like I usually have. And we're going to go to players here, looking at our Creamer players and trying to find a good midfielder. Now, box-to-box midfielder is probably one of the things I wanted to buy. Midfielders who are actually pretty promising. Now, I'm actually going to go with Ultra FIFA because I think Ultra FIFA is a lot better than Foothead. Now that I've realised that, because Ultra FIFA has all the updates and stuff like that. Career mode tools and database, which is really, really good for me. Now, this may be a bit of a when you've got to wait for what I'm trying to get here. I'm going to sort by age. You see here, I'll let this place out before I find my good players that I want to bring in first of all. Right, so now we are back, and of course I've got my list up here. I'm going to find a couple expensive ones, but I need a guy to replace Scott McDowell, because I don't think Scott McDowell will cut it in the Premier League. Bazar, he'll be a bit expensive, but I'm going to try and keep a inquiry for him. Next we've got Ruben Neves. Ruben Neves will be quickly inquired for. Contract expiring as well, that could be a very, very good shout to get him. Moving down, we have got some great players here, like trying to find some decent players here. I'm actually going to change the growth a wee bit, put it down to 8, because basically I don't think that's enough to get a good. So you've got much more options now here. Hoiberg, now that is a very good shout. Hoiberg, now we're going to inquire about him. I know he can be a very, very obtainable guy. Cataldi from what's this? Cataldi from Lazio, we're going to inquire about him. Sally Uchan. Ruben Loftus-Cheek could be a very, very viable option. I could go for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, just seeing it now. Ruben Loftus-Cheek would be a fantastic player to buy, actually. But I'm telling you now, I need a very, very high rated one. A good midfielder in there. Lucas Lucas Rom. He's 5'8", he's on the short side, but again, he'll be good. I have to apologise first of all if this episode is quite long, it'll be around 30 minutes. It is very, very long. Aquilani, very, very good player to buy. I've also got to look a wee bit down a wee bit, just to see what players there is. So that's where I could find more better players. Carl Eusebio, yeah, he's a very, very good shout. I've already got that on my thing. Bars Barluli, now that is a great player to buy. I expect, let's check his potential. Be a sporadic first team player, so he is obtainable to bring in. And obviously I'll go and check out some of my box-to-box players that my player offered up as well. Carl Eusebio is obviously one I've looked at. Ruben Loftus-Cheek is a definite player I'm going to look at to bring in. He wouldn't be bad, but maybe a backup to them. Lars Virgin Christian actually looked pretty decent, and couldn't inquire about him. But I'm going to stop and inquire about players. Denny Alley, another guy we're going to be possibly looking at. I'm also going to advance forward and play the Swashalola game with my strongest team, my backup team basically. I haven't really put my new players in the team yet. Afobe got the goal. We want to get him on fire just so we can get some big bids in for him. Guys, I'll tell you now, there is that. Oh, Ruben Neves, 6 million. Hoiberg, 6 million. Lucas Rom, 50 million. No way. Barnes Barluli. Ruben Neves is a very, very good player. Now, I'm going to try this first. A 2-year loan plus 6 million. He's an exciting prospect as well, Ruben Neves. $5 million have to offer him now. Levante, the offer for Dominic Fobe is a deal. Now, Jesus Ferrer, I might just, move that up to 12 million. See if we can get him for 12 million, because this lad is a very, very good player and we can pick him up on loan. I'll go and look at centre half after I get all my inquiries back for all my B. Might have come back with that, no way. Sevilla have accepted 2.8 million, no way. 90 million for Vaza, no way. Cataldi 7 million, no way. Box to box roll, Ruben Neves my guy, but I am very, very tempted in a 1.6 plus 2 thing for Ruben Loftus-Cheek, because I feel like we could bring an English talent in team. Very, very good player. Sergio Rico. But I'm going to play in every single game this year, so it's not really mattering. I'm going to offer up 2.8 million for Sergio Rico, one of the best young keepers in this game. That's ridiculous. But Mainz, I'm telling him now, Mainz, you're just not getting him on cheap. 14 million you're going to have to pay for Benicaphobe. That'll be enough to bring in Brian and Bolo in my team now. I'm going to go into possibly more players in a minute here. We've got Olsen talks for Oberbau. Sergio Rico, that could be a big, big if. You know what? I'm just going to reject this offer. Eintracht Frankfurt being a bit too stingy here. Go to our office here. I'm going to meet his evaluation. I really think Sergio Rico, I'm not letting a man that to our contract offer. I'm not letting a guy like this who's got just looks so amazing go for just nothing. To just go for absolutely somewhere else. But I have got Asvalanga as backup. But if I had to, I would definitely say I want to go for Sergio Rico. That is fantastic. Thank you. That's fantastic as well. Leave you. None of them are going to pay it, guys. I think Benicaphobe, I'm going to reject phone orders. Benicaphobe will stay with the team. But we also have a loan from Porto and Jesus Varejo come in. So I think that's sorted out. But the striker option is still one I'm still looking to spend a lot of money on. Now, the guy, I don't really want to spend a lot of money on the striker role, really. But I'm bringing in Sergio Rico, bringing all these loan guys. That brings down to 10 million. I've made some fantastic signings. But anyway, here against Legia, 2-all draw, not a big deal. I'll just change the team up a wee bit for the next game. In terms, I need to put my new players in. I definitely want a centre-half. I need to bring in one centre-half. Earhoff will bring in, putting Flanagan in there. Bolanton will start there. I'll get my new players in quickly. Slamel Dossi definitely is getting over Mane. And new signings as well. That is my team now. It looks very, very strong. We're bringing in a lot of good players in the club as well this window. It's going to be a very, very successful for Wolves now. Chelsea looking at that. The biggest steal I've ever seen in my life. Sergio Rico joins Wolves. Albers Langer, we're going to reject that offer. We've got Sergio Rico in. Let's just see that move. Just this deal. If he is so good, I'm going to... Oh my god. 64 overall. Well, a guy has just much better goalkeeper, and we bagged him for 2.4 million on a 5-year contract. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous transfer, that one. I think I'm just going to reject following orders. I don't want to sell Benicaphobe. And we definitely have Chelsea and Ruben Neves. We're beefing up our team really much, and here we have an accepted deal. Jesus Varejo will join. The lad is such a good high potential in this game. 5 million for Ruben Neves. Jesus, that is so good. And we've got new players in the team. We've got Rico in net now. We thumped Frosinone 4-0, and that puts us into the next round. Fantastic. I've not started training yet because they just really want to get the players in. There goes Ruben Neves. No, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. The two Rubens are Wolves players. Let's bring these lads into the first team. Now, Ruben Neves, 75 overall, fantastic midfield, got some great stats in there. I also have Varejo, who is just a star. Now, I've got a big money signing. I'm going to think about who I'm going to spend the big money signing on. Who is it going to be the big money signing on? I really need to bring in a big player. I really need to try and bring in a big player. It's going to take me time to wonder about who the big signing is going to be. I feel like striker, we're not really certain, but I can easily get a guy for that price, cheap as hell. Anthony Martial looks good. David CLK looks amazing. I can get an absolute legend player on my hands. The guy will cost around about, I think if he can play up front, that could be a very, very good option, but can also play in midfield. Who can play in this team that I'm very, very much looking to bring in? Now guys, I'm going to make one quick signing, and that's basically because I just want to make the big money signing. I know who it's going to be. He can play winger as well. He's one of the guys I've been very much looking at. If I can try and find him. Kalichi Iheanacho. One of the guys I was looking at definitely coming into this season. Trent Sainsbury looks good. Memphis Boyle, I might bring him in anyway. Who am I going to spend the big money on is a very, very hard question. Who the big money will be spent on. I need a striker who can play in midfield as well. Or maybe go into basically a striker slash player. Kalichi looks a very, very big player. We might look at bringing Kalichi. He's going to be a lot of money. Definitely looks like it could happen. Try and buy him. We're going to like try and loan him. So I'm going to put possibly 10 million on a 2-year for loan. This deal looks like it could happen. Which really, I mean, Kalichi and Iheanacho. Change our things here. Who are we going to... I don't want to sign Kalichi and Iheanacho, actually. I want to sign a permanent signing. I'm going to go back in FIFA 16 players that are not have good potential, possibly. This episode's a bit long. I've got to apologise for that, first of all. We've got a guy who's running out of contract, runs out in 2016, not 2017, sorry. Who's sought by a young beast rating. Beast, basically, a guy who's an absolute beast. Not young beast rating, I'll take young beast rating off and just... I need someone quick, possibly. I need a guy quick, so we're going to go with pace. Basically, I'm not pace, I just want someone who's quick and strong. Who's at a certain age of under 25. I found one of the guys I've been looking at. Ntep. Now, poor George Ntep's contract runs out this year. He actually doesn't, so... So what money, sorry? Embolo? So I can even move Kyle Williams back in the midfield. Who can I offer up that I'm not going to use this year? Mbolo's always a player I've wanted to use in this series, and I'm going to try and sign Mbolo. We signed our midfielders. Now Balanci, a guy I'm trying to definitely going to try and move on. Ah, we're out. Let's go back in here. Let's go in with someone. Now, actually, James Henry, I didn't enjoy using last year. So I could trade James Henry for a really, really good winger. Balanci, we're just going to accept that one, get him out of the club. Transfer offer here. Lee Evans, Portsmouth for 1 year. If he comes back below 70, he will be sold. $40 million. That is a lot of money for Mbolo. I'm not going to use James Henry this year. I can move a Kyle Williams out to the wing. That could work actually. James Henry plus $8 million for Briel El Mbolo. Possibly try and move out to 9 or 10 if I tried my best. But Mbolo could be a big money sign for us. 12 million. My best I can move it up to 10. I know you're going to say it's also another striker you will not use, but of course I will use him. But James Henry's wages as well, so I can offer up 10 million. That's as much as I can offer up Basel for Briel Mbolo. John Graham, Millwall, 500k, pay that up, and I'm not letting go for anything for 500k. Jonathan Flatt, simply I'm getting rid of this guy. Simply, straight away I'm getting rid of this guy. There we are. My dream is alive. We're signing Mbolo. This is ridiculous. Wolves are going to sign Mbolo. He's an attacking player that I'll easily move out players to the wing, fit in. 450k, I'll just let John Graham. I said 500k, but I'm letting him go for 450. Where is he? Oh my god, there he is. James Henry, a guy I'm not looking to use, but I'll save 3 million if they take it. But there we go. Wait, I've just offered James Henry a deal. But there we are. You'll think that's a stupid move. I've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek now. I've got Mane, who's a winger. Earhoff will definitely get in at right back. Dicko out the team, and Mbolo is up front with a Phobe. And this man, Kyle Williams, Jesus, he's on the wing there. Slam El Dossi. Left back will definitely be Janssen. Definitely be Hansen in that team. I'll get to Newcastle game and then I'll end this episode. First ever episode. It's been such a stressful episode. I'll also show you my backup team as well. Okay, I'll show you my backup team here. Starting with goalkeeper Sergio Rico, obviously. Backup centre halves will be Danny Bath and Callum Patterson, wherever they are. Right back will be definitely John Flanagan there. Left back, Scott Goburn. Left midfield, Knute Mane. Centre midfield will be Kevin McDonald and Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Right midfield will be Nkadudu. Striker will be Dicko, and other striker will be Sigurdsson. So that'll, Sigurdsson I'm going to try and move on because I'm going to use Liam McKinley along with Dicko as my backup strikers. I've got such a good team now. I'm so happy with this team. Moving in other players, I would kind of try and sign. I wanted to sign a big striker, obviously. Jerry and Makovi would be decent for that, but I want a really big one. I mean, no joke, huge. Cordoba was a guy I was looking at possibly to bring in. Trying to trade someone I don't really need. Dicko's one of the best players in the team. I'm never going to move him on. Might consider to move him on to bring in someone like John Cordoba. But Sigurdsson, plus someone like 500k, that's what I'm looking to spend for a big tall striker as a backup. Wings are fine, midfield were fine. I'm going to sell a lot of players in my midfield now. Maybe just one backup midfielder, and that's all we need at the club. Basically, whether Price or Cody has got to go. One of them. They're both, it's very, very hard to decide who is better, but I think I'm going to have to keep Cody. Price will be moving on, simply because he's just, I think, older. Basically, that's really it. Connor Hunt's 2-year loan, definitely going to try and move him on a 2-year loan. Nathan Bryan, no worth keeping him. George Saville, no way keeping him. There's no one really who else I want to move on. The whole team basically fits around my style. David Marty, Callum Patterson, McKinney, all these guys. McKinney's a fantastic backup striker. He's quick and he's big, and that could be a fantastic element as a super sub for our team. Where's backup? I can't say his name anymore. Ubukara, I can't say his name. Our super sub of last season. Offer him a new contract. Sporadic first team player, but guys, he'll be simply doing that to move on to a 2-year loan, where he'll hopefully grow into one of my main stars in the team. Also, other contracts I need to sort out, obviously, quickly. Danny Bath will need a new contract. Earhoff will need a new contract. There's no doubt, guys, Earhoff is getting a new contract. Van La Parra also as well. He's good to have around. Danny Bath, I might not consider keeping the lad on. Even though he's a skipper in real life, I don't really want to move him on. It's hard for me, plus we'll get new money in. We'll have enough money to get the Earhoff and Van La Parra contract sorted out. Plus Ikamahara as well. I think that's my squad basically. That is my squad for the start of the new season. We've got Man U, what a game. Grenada have said alright, they're not interested in the player, which is fine. Jordan Graham sold, Igamahara and Dominic Earhoff have both accepted their new contracts. Fantastic. And we'll try and hunt for a good player, a good backup striker now. But Liam McKayley, I think I'll just keep Liam McKayley, to be honest with you. It looks like they're all saying we're going to stay in the league. Rajiv Van Der Par is interested about a new contract, that's fine. If Van Der Par wants to leave, he can leave, but he's a great player to have there because he can play on both sides. Thank you for watching episode of Wolves Screamer. It's been long, I understand that, but I will next episode basically, guys, I'll have other games, you know. Next episode with the start of the Premier League, I'll have more games and I'll be out tomorrow. So thank you for watching, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.